Alrighty, let's finish it off today's show with our NFL Draft Prospect of the Day. We are on a 73-day countdown to the NFL Draft, looking at prospects. Who should our teams be taking? Who should our teams be kind of staying away from a little bit? Who should our teams be trading up to go and get? Get them now. Trade all your picks. Go, trade up to like number 4, number 5, not number 3, because that's not up for sale, folks. We're telling y'all. That Dolphins pick is not up for sale. But, for these other teams, the 2 seed, the 1 seed, I doubt that gets traded, but the 4 seed, the 5th seed, what should our teams be trading up for to desperately go and get to shore up the last piece that our team needs? So today's NFL Draft Prospect of the Day is Elijah Moore, wide receiver from Ole Miss. Now, just right off the rip, well, first we're going to look at the stats and then we'll look at the tape. We got some highlights on him as well. But we got to talk about the elephant in the room now, the size. The size of this man at a wide receiver is 5'9". Okay, alrighty. We get Tyreek Hill at 5'10", still getting it done. 5'9" height is basically like Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley's like 5'8". So Elijah Moore is more of a smaller, maybe quicker wide receiver. We'll see if he's as quick as Tyreek Hill, if he goes and plays the ball as kind of well as Tyreek Hill does, or if he's more of a Cole Beasley type of role. So just kind of a small red flag right off the rip with the height, but hopefully the stats, the highlights kind of, put that little red flag to rest, put it at ease, maybe even, change that red flag for a green flag. We'll see. Alrighty, so let's start with the stats first. Here we go. 3 seasons at Ole Miss. First year in 2018, his freshman year, he played 11 games, had 36 receptions for 398 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, he doesn't really rush that much. He had 8 rushing yards in that 2018 season. All right, then 2019 getting a little bit better here. 67 receptions, so getting more touches. 850 yards, so touches went up, yards went up. Fantastic. 6 touchdowns, and he ran 4 times for -1 yards. Not very good running the ball. All right, then that brings us to the 2020 season. 86 receptions, so once again the touches go up, utilizing him more, and the games went down. He only played 8 games. I think Ole Miss played 10 games this season. They also made it to a bowl game, so we'll get into that in a second. But so he had 86 receptions in only 8 games, and he had 1,193 yards, 8 touchdowns. He ran 14 times for 64 yards. So really getting better every single season, getting a bigger workload every single season. The receptions keep going up, even with the games sometimes are coming down, and the yards always went up. The touchdowns always went up. The average yards per catch always went up. I mean, his freshman year, he was having 11 yards a catch. His sophomore year, he had 12 yards a catch. His junior year, he had 13, very close to 14 yards a catch at 13.9. We'll round it up to 14. Why not? So getting better every single year is a huge green flag to us. That is fantastic. Very, very well done. And especially he only played 8 games and still was able to get 1,100 yards. That's fantastic. Very close to 1,200. We'll call it 1,200 yards. We'll call it 14 yards a catch here. It's just fantastic work. Now we got to a bowl game, so let's look at that. Well, unfortunately, we can't because he opted out of the bowl game. He only played 8 games, and Ole Miss played 10, did not show up to that bowl game. So let's see what he did his final game. We'll take his final game here against Mississippi State. 139 yards, 12 receptions. No touchdowns, unfortunately, but they do still get the win. So still pretty good here. Pretty good. Alrighty. But let's go to their bowl game. Did they still win the bowl game without him? Did they lose because they didn't have him? So let's check that out real quick. Is Elijah Moore a huge, crucial piece of this offense? Because if he didn't play in the bowl game, I would expect, Ole Miss to lose. So let's see what happened here. Alrighty, Ole Miss this season, they went 5-5. Got to the bowl game against number 7 Indiana and won. Wow, a huge upset there against number 7 Indiana. Holy moly! And they ended up winning 26-20. Wow. They put up 26 points. Defense held them very nicely to 20. I mean, Indiana was 6-2, folks. They were 7th in the country. Holy moly! Ole Miss was 5-5. Alrighty. Well, what wide receiver did they use? Who got all of his action here? Henry Parrish Jr. had 63 yards, no touchdowns. Matt Corral had 30. Oh, no, this is rushing. All right, never mind. All right, here we go. These are the receivers here. Dontario Drummond, 6 receptions for 110 yards and a touchdown. Holy moly, that's good. Casey Kelly, 6 receptions for 49 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Jackson, 38 yards on 4 receptions. So let's see what this Dontario Drummond man was doing. Is he kind of rivaling him for a lot of yards? No, he only had 417 this season, so he just steps up for this game. Alrighty. So Dontario Drummond steps up in place of Elijah Moore in the bowl game and pretty much has the same output. So that's not the biggest green flag for Elijah Moore because, Elijah Moore's output was pretty much over 100 yards a game. He was pretty much having that entire season in 2020. You don't get 1,100 yards on 8 games played by not having 100-plus yards a game. Alrighty, so a little bit of a green flag here. A little bit of a red flag there in the bowl game, but green flag overall by the stats. Alrighty, let's go to the highlights now. So the stats were all good. The stats were definitely there. Getting better every single year, having 1,100 yards in only freaking 8 games, having multiple touchdowns, getting those up every single year, getting those yards per catch up every single year to 14 this year. That's fantastic. So let's see what the tape is telling us. Is he looking as good as he is on the paper? Is he looking better than he is on paper? Is he looking worse? Should we stay away from him? Is this kind of, are all these stats maybe a little bit of a red herring, a little bit of a, hey, look this way because the film's not that good. So here we go. The number is number 8, so we can kind of track him easily. So here we go. Elijah Moore, wide receiver for Ole Miss, 2020 highlights here. Here we go. Alrighty, first play here. Just kind of a little swing route in the backfield. Takes it for about a 9-yard gain here. Now, when we look at him kind of juke back inside, I mean, not really fast on the out juke. So, when you cut in, you got to cut out just quickly. And he kind of slows all the way down here just to kind of come back inside for an extra 2 yards. Alrighty. So the acceleration, maybe a little bit of a question mark just on that first play alone. But we're back to the second play here. Over the middle of the field. Here we go. And he tries to just kind of squeeze his way into the middle there, trying to cut up some defenders there instead of bouncing it outside. All right, but still a good catch over the middle of the field. And that's probably what we're expecting from this man. He's only, like we said, he's only 5'9", so more of a Cole Beasley, lining up in the slot a little bit, slant routes, quick crossing routes, nothing deep down the field, since he's not a big old wide receiver that can go up and high point the ball and beat a 6'1" corner. So here we go, a little jet sweep on the third play, getting to outrun everybody. Picks up about 10 yards, so decent there. Alrighty, wide open here in the middle of the field, and now it's a foot race. Now we're seeing some speed. Alrighty, definitely does not have Tyreek Hill speed. Definitely is not like that, so we can mark that off the table. This man is not Tyreek Hill 2.0. Going deep. Okay. All right. Beat the defender there a little bit. Didn't really high point the ball. Ball was coming down a little bit here, but he got in front of the defender, made a decent play on the ball here. Let's watch it one more time. Yeah, I mean, that's a good catch right there. It's a solid catch. Just, defender did not play that great coverage on him. All right, we'll watch it one more time from the back angle here. I mean, beat the defender basically the entire route. The ball hung up there a little bit for the defender to come, but still the defender did not make a good play on the ball. Alrighty, once again, over the middle of the field. He's not breaking any tackles. He's not really outrunning everybody. So that's a little... Well, he broke that tackle in the backfield as soon as we say that. So he did break a little bit of a tackle here. This is pretty decent. Maybe a little bit of a bad tackle here. Trying to make the big play. Just bounces off of it. All right. All right, what else do we get from this man? I start to see some greatness. I'm seeing just all right so far. Nothing to make me go, wow, so far. A little disappointed. All righty. This quarterback's looking good. Who's this Florida quarterback? Is this Trask? Is that right? Because he's looking good. He's looking good. These throws are looking good. Alrighty, this time against Kentucky now. All those were against Florida. Or, hang on, I meant Ole Miss's quarterback was looking good. So we might look at this man. Let's watch. Look at this throw one more time. That's pretty good. That's actually good. Flipping the hips, squaring it up, looking off the defenders. That was fantastic. I think I'm a little bit more impressed with these passes and catches so far. All right, but we're back against Kentucky here. All right, now we're talking about a catch here. Yes, sir. A little bit high on this one. Has to go up and kind of actually high point the ball on this one. Takes a big hit, too, and holds on. All righty. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. Slant over the middle of the field. Can't outrun the safety. To the edge, unfortunately. So, yeah, no breakaway speed, unfortunately, for the smaller kind of receiver here. Wide open in the middle of the field. Not breaking any tackles here. 23 just swallowed that man up. Holy moly. Look at this defender, 23. Let's get a name on him for Kentucky. Oof. I might be taking him. He draft eligible, the linebacker. So Elijah speed, no game-breaking speed. And not really so great at breaking tackles. Not great at it. Alrighty, here we go. Let's keep on with the tape. What do we got? Alrighty, in the red zone, just going down the line. I mean, he's wide open here. Just couldn't really keep up with the speed here. We had a linebacker on him, just kind of gets lost in the mix, goes over the other defender, and he's just really cleanly open on the front of the goal line. Alrighty, against Alabama here, a nice slant, and this was tight, and he's still able to kind of grab it. So, I mean, he's working very well on the slant routes. He will catch a lot of contested balls, and when you're coming over across the middle of the field, I mean, that's probably the most dangerous part of the field. You know you're probably going to get your head taken off by, a safety coming over the top or another corner converging on you. So, still, it takes guts to go over the middle of the field. We get a nice little catch here, very low, but look at him go down and get the ball and actually stays on his feet while catching it. So, yes, sir. I mean, for a 5'9" receiver, that's just kind of, a little bit of a slant machine a little bit. I mean, this is good. This is, you need this on your team at some point, You need a nice little slant player. Nice little slot receiver. Once again, kind of eating against Alabama here and keeping up. I mean, once again, look at this. What do we got? 11-point game here with 2 minutes left. So still keeping it close. Still kind of on the outscoring or the output of the scoring department. Putting up 45 here against Alabama. Not bad here. All right, now he's going to go deep. He's going deep to him. Able to kind of get behind some defenders. And then a big shot by the safety. And they're going to call a penalty on that. That's a clean shoulder to shoulder. That's no penalty there. But yeah, this is a good route by him. Let's watch him. Nice little double move. And the fact that, once again, he's got great hands. He knows he's going to take the big old shot by the safety coming across the middle, coming over the top. That's a good clean hit right there. That's a good clean hit. Hopefully they picked up that flag. Alrighty, against Arkansas now. Once again, over the middle of the field, cannot beat everybody to the sideline, unfortunately. So once again, yeah, he does not have no great game-breaking speed, cannot run out everybody, but just catching it over the middle. The man's great at it. Right here in the end zone, great throw here by this Ole Miss quarterback might be having something going on here. Let me mark him down. We'll see if he's going to be draft eligible, and if he is, we'll kind of do another show on him. But the quarterback, not bad there. Alrighty, nice little catch over the middle. Once again, slanting over the middle. Gets it done. He's fearless. I'll jot that down. Let's get a positive note on this man. Fearless over the middle. Takes the big hits. Doesn't fumble the ball. Doesn't drop the ball. Fantastic. Oh my goodness, this window is wild. This window is wild that he fit this ball in. Woo! That's a fantastic play. Holy moly. Quarterback and receiver. Alrighty, going deep against Vanderbilt, wide open, probably a half a step on the defender as the ball was coming down, but very well done. I mean, he's got some solid speed. It's solid speed. I mean, he's short, so he should have some solid speed, just not Tyreek Hill speed, not, take the top off the defense speed. Here he is just beating him to the corner here from like the 2-yard line, just kind of a nice little speed option to the left and just outrunning everybody. This is where this man's going to work, kind of just speed plays right off the rip. That's what this man can do. Alrighty, look at this ball. Okay, now we're talking about it. Just outrunning the defender here. He looks like he's on a linebacker, and yes, he's got enough speed to beat linebackers, not a lot of speed to kind of beat safeties and corners, and that's what we're talking about, kind of true speed, true game-breaking speed. Game-breaking speed is able to kind of outrun safeties and corners. Great speed is able to kind of outrun linebackers consistently, and that's what he just did there, so fantastic. And now, oh yes, against South Carolina, just running through all the defenders right here. And once again, that's what this man can bring to your team, just kind of the small shiftiness. And that's what we got here on this play. A nice little 20, maybe 25, 30-yard pickup here. Doesn't break for the entire touchdown, but still some nice pickup there on a nice play. Alrighty, the pump fake goes even deep, and this man's wide open. Can he close out this speed? Can he close out this speed? Yes, he does. Yes, sir. Alrighty, how did he get so wide open here? Right here, just once again, a double move. He starts inside and then cuts back outside, and there it is, wide open. Single safety that was favoring the right side of the field. He goes to the left. Fantastic. We get another. I would like another look on this one. We don't get it, unfortunately. Alrighty, now Ole Miss is officially on top in this game, and once again, there he is, over the middle a little bit, getting behind the secondary, wide open for the touchdown for a nice little 25-yard touchdown pass there. Alrighty, now we're starting to see some nice separation on these defenders. Can't play zone against this man. You better have somebody fast on him. Alrighty, going deep again. There we go. About a half a step on the defender. Probably a full step, but the pass maybe a tad underthrown. Let's watch how many yards he winds up for, because he threw it from about the 30, getting it all the way down to the 20. Hang on. He's going to throw this from the 25, getting it all the way down to the 20. Holy moly, what is that? Oh, is that only 45? 25 plus, no, 55. That's 55. Holy moly. Yeah, that's 55 yards, folks. Okay, yeah, this Ole Miss quarterback's got something going on. All right. Alrighty, now we're officially sold on this Ole Miss quarterback. But let's focus here on the wide receiver. Very well done. Getting open, catching the ball while the corner was barreling down, closing out, and he's still able to make the catch. So, alrighty, some nice hands here. We get a nice little kind of separate look on this one, just following him around. He loves this kind of starting inside, cutting back outside. He loves that kind of route, and he runs it actually kind of perfectly, selling the inside and faking back to the outside back quickly, or, starting outside and faking back inside. So, that's what this man can do. You need kind of some time for that route to develop, but if you have the time, if the great production is there, he can get downfield and pretty much be wide open. Alrighty. So Elijah Moore, not bad there. Obviously not one of the top wide receivers we've seen, and we've seen kind of another Tyreek Hill. I'm blanking on the name. It's in the notes, though, so, no worries there. But, yeah, just a solid pickup here. Not going to be one of the top receivers off the board, probably late first round, probably second round, probably a little bit more realistically. But, yeah, some solid stuff there. Nice catching ability for a nice little 5'9" slot player, slot wide receiver. Nothing great, nothing bad, just solid, good play. I would say above average play there by this man. Alrighty. That's Elijah Moore, folks. Wide receiver from Ole Miss.